Hey guys, today we're going to be doing a little bit of assembly um, in the terms of reverse engineering. So, if you want to learn how to, do binary exploitation and you want to, just learn more about assembly so you can dissect and analyze executable files, then this will be a very simple example of that, right? So let's go ahead and open this little application I have here. If you go to, oh, and we're using xdbg for our debugger, by the way. You can technically do this in any sort of debugger, right? That allows you to patch instructions. Um, if you go to options and preferences, on events, you're going to want to probably just check entry breakpoint that will stop the application right before it um, continues with its normal execution. Like here's the application, it's kind of paused right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to find where there are NOP instructions, right? The opcode is 90. That just means no instruction, right? And down here, I have some instructions already written. So Um, if you want to write your own instructions into an executable, to do whatever you want it to do, what you would usually do is you want to find a function and maybe sort of, I mean, it depends on what you're trying to do, but for this example, this used to be uh, an actual function that would print something, and I replaced it, right? So if you're overriding a function, you want to leave the push EBP and then move ESP into EBP. That sets up for the function to execute, and then you can write your instructions. So right here, I have move 1 into ESI. So basically, the ESI register, we're going to move 1 into it, and then we're going to move 2 into EAX, and 3 into EBX. So what I want to do, I want to place a breakpoint here, and we're going to run until it hits here. Okay. So we're going to push EBP, watch the EBP register to see, or actually it shouldn't change, but we're going to move ESP into EBP. So watch ESP get moved into EBP. If we step over this, and it gets moved into there. So now watch the ESI register as we move 1 into it, and then, yeah. So we're moving 1 into ESI. As you can see, ESI has 1 in it. We're going to move 2 into EAX, watch EAX 2. And we're going to move 3 into EBX, watch the EBX register. Okay, now we're doing some instructions. So this is very simple. We're going to so this is the addition instruction. We're going to add EBX, which is 3, to EAX, and then assign that resulting value to EAX. So the result should be 5, and because we're dealing with whole registers, not partial registers, 5 will fit just fine into EAX. We step over it, and there's 5. The next one is we're going to add EAX to itself. So 5 plus 5 is 10. But since it's hex, it should be A. There we go. So there's A. So that's 10. And we can confirm this if we open up a calculator. And we change this to programmer, and we say, make sure it's on hex, 5 plus 5 equals A, which in decimals 10, octal 12, binary, yeah, whatever. So next we're going to move FF, 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 FF. That is I believe that is um, that's how many bytes? That's 4 bytes because 2. Wait, let me see. 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, so that's 4 bytes because each byte is 8 bits, 16 bits. Anyways, whatever. We're gonna move FF into ESI. So watch ESI, and then we're gonna take ESI, add it to EBX, and then assign that value to EBX. Now, this should be the same as -1. So if we step over, yep, it becomes 2. So let's actually do this, right? So if we take 3 and we add it, and we add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the resulting value is 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 2. But this byte can't fit in the register, so it's truncated. So the resulting value is 2. So adding that long string of f's is the same as minus minus 1. You could just use the subtraction instruction, but this is kind of a cool sort of trick. I mean, it's not really a trick, it's just math, but and then the last instruction here is to add EAX, which is A, or in decimal 10, to ESI, and then assign that to ESI. Let's step over it, and the resulting value is 9, for the same reason that we saw before. So yeah, that's a little intro there. If you want to, patch an instruction, you can press spacebar in xdbg, and you can type out your instructions. So there you go.